And while I'm at it, there's something else on my mind when it comes to releasing records. In fact, I would say there's almost a greater desire among most Americans to see the so-called Epstein list. An inventory of the men and women who participated in Jeffrey Epstein's crimes against young women. There is something that we were promised, and it's not here. We were promised this, quote, on day one. But it's day 52 on that clock. Attorney General Pam Bondi said a truckload, that was her quote, a truckload of files had been delivered after being withheld by the Southern District of New York. Here's a reminder of that.
A source said, whoa, all this evidence is sitting in the Southern District of New York.
Yep.
So based on that, I gave them the deadline, Friday at 8, a truckload of evidence arrived. It's now in the possession of the FBI. Cash is going to get me and himself, really, a detailed report as to why all these documents and evidence had been withheld. And, you know, we're going to go through it as fast as we can, but go through it very cautiously to protect all the victims of Epstein, because there are a lot of victims.
Well, you had identified in phase one over 254.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, is that the only thing that would be redacted? Will everything else be made public that you get in your possession?
Yeah, the FBI hasn't had, obviously, they haven't looked at the thousands of pages of documents that they've just received Friday.
Yeah.
But Cash has a team going through them, and it's always about protecting the victim. But you know what? We believe in transparency, and America has the right to know. The Biden administration sat on these documents. No one did anything with them. And why were they sitting in the Southern District of New York? I want a full report on that. You know, sadly, these people don't believe in transparency. But I think more, unfortunately, I think a lot of them don't believe in honesty. And it's a new day. It's a new administration. And everything's going to come out to the public. The public has a right to know. Americans have a right to know.
By the way, just hitting the newsstands yesterday afternoon late, former Barclays, the bank, former Barclays CEO Jess Staley admits he had sex with Jeffrey Epstein's assistant. You see, it's going to crumble. And she got those files 2 weeks ago. And we still haven't heard a peep since. Why is that? Haven't heard a peep, haven't seen a perp walk. Prince Andrew is being basically excommunicated by the royal family in the UK. They don't want him around. Take whatever it is you did and please go somewhere else. We don't want you here. We'll have more on these files because I want them. I was promised I'd have them. And somebody's going to deliver on that promise. I guarantee it.